Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Check it. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fact check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Push sugar level, fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I've been so cool. Massive cash out with Aviator on Parimatch. Charlie, visit parimatch.com.gh now and enjoy showdown odds and amazing offers on your favorite sports, jackpot and casino games. Play with Parimatch and get up to 500% Pari Boost bonus to win big like a boss. Parimatch, the game is yours. This investment is vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Gaming can be addictive.
If you come to Ghana and you find out how we are living with this power issue, trust me, you feel for us, the people living here. You wake up, there is power. In the next 1 or 2 hours, power goes off. You try to manage the situation. Within some few hours, power comes back. When you think, oh, because it went off not long ago, it will not go again. Whilst you are there, poof, it goes off again. And that is not all. Even if it is going off at a time that the weather condition is even comfortable, we can manage. But the heat is also very, very unbearable. Now, that is not all. When you are done with some of these things and you think, okay, power has come, you want to work, then you come and meet internet. It also shows you data. And it will be buffering. Nothing will be happening. To live in Ghana is really a tight job. But unfortunately, there is no pay in it. It is a tight job that has no pay. But unfortunately, it's a volunteer. It's a volunteer work to live in Ghana. Oh my world. But we are still strong. So we will do it. That is why today we are welcoming you to our live edition of Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV. And I want to believe that since you are live, then it means you can also participate in a conversation that we are going to have from your location. Then we're not going to spend so much time. In about 1 hour time, we should finish, and that will be all. We will just run away from here. As you can see, Kwesiama the blogger is seated. My immediate left, he is a blogger and he's doing his business as a journalist here. I also have Intimdo Solomon Chamo, who is in the middle, our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited and Intidosu Digital Solutions. Roland Amate at the extreme end works with Shagzi, Shatter Movement Empire, as well as Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency. He's doing our camera for us. And Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. TapTapSend is a money transfer app, something that you can always use to send money from abroad to Ghana. save, download it on your phone or download the app on your phone and start using it today. And use their wallet. Their wallet helps you to save some money in cities, from pounds to cities, and you can still come to Ghana and chill with it. Meanwhile, we are also talking about those who would want to make some quick money online, especially if you want to win in the betting activities. Something new is in Ghana. Here we are talking about parimatch.com, Parimatch GH, also another app that you can rely on. Go online today, download Parimatch and start making money. I'm giving you some promo codes for you to get some money as first-time users. So if you want to do the sports betting thing, you get some cool welcome amount to start betting. Use the promo code SAM, that is SAM200. That is what you have to do now. And if you are a fan of the Aviator, Aviator, you want to fly to abroad and still make money in Ghana, use some AV. But first, what you have to do is to get a Parimatch app on your phone first. Okay, so this is also the official betting partner for most of these games that you've been watching on DSTV and other platforms. SAM, that is some SP, that is sports. You can also make money from there. Do it today and thank me later. Now, let's get busy with some of the topics on our table. As it stands now, it is so obvious that the story of Bongo Ideas is not ending soon. As of yesterday, we were all speculating what might have happened before his interview got cancelled and all those things. And again, we paid attention to what really happened to him according to his story. Once again, according to his story. Today, we have gotten some one or two information from Captain Smart, the man who was supposed to do the interview. And he's also telling us he wants to still do the interview. So I think he scheduled the interview for next week, Wednesday, where he'll be talking to Bongo Ideas. And he says Bongo Ideas can be even a morning show host. He likes the way Bongo Ideas has been writing hard. And that is what morning show hosts should have. You should be fearless. And when I was watching the video, I asked myself, we are in Ghana, where many people think the gentleman's behavior should be curtailed, or better still, we should advise him so he runs away from such a behavior. But then if Captain Smart should sit on TV and would speak like this, is he not rather encouraging him to do more? Because now Captain Smart is telling me, you can be a morning show who is even better than Yabre for Yatiti because of the way. Then I started getting scared, like, hey, we are still empowering the gentleman that we think he should tone down. Meanwhile, the interview, he even says he wants to meet him. Are you guys also reacting to this same way or differently? Let's watch a portion of the video, and when I come back, my people will take it up and we have a conversation.
Minty dini da. Minty da.
I don't crop what's why then.
Etino Bongo. Me no apena me hu so bi sene we bi sene so watro bi afa. Na me ne dem fa me wo.
They nice athlete.
No. Sometimes no try no cry the me no apena da me hu ye. Me stress, I mean it's nice that you wrote those things about me. It's nice. I mean, so what I said, and I am a fair. Me can't cry manage and I'm so oh, at least me no be a or no so what criticizing me what show our Twitter. I mean, what's okay. Me them don't mind me. Me no family when you must say. Eti Bongo play. Bongo Ideas. Me am person me interview no. My catch producer so on one range Wednesday we hear that ebe. Be mon komo. I have fire me. Me so ye na so do ye na so fire kakra na show that there. It's you know I know nothing about that young man or your penny and I young.
Oh, small.
Me share the picture of him to say be a young guy. I mean,
I'm saying that team.
So please, I don't know what happened, and it was a rat. You read a name to say Bongo play, Bongo Ideas. Bongo play Obeba Besu. Hey, on the two Hey, sorry.
Bongo play a musician.
Bongo Ideas. Nyame ya adoma wukuada. Nyame ya adoma wukuada. We the only obi appointment kura twaso nabra. You know, me no be bon come fine. But I had trouble about me. Fire more. Well, but me can't hear me who say why I so work could do fine. I loved it. You know, see, Nyame ya adoma Wednesday. I would like to have a conversation on TV with that young man. Which was any bullshit. Almost any. That's what trouble be about Nanado. General no be so forward there and so me about Nanado and Rebecca. Say akwano wo bullshit. In fact, I want to train you so you can be a morning show presenter. To be honest with you, you can be a very good morning show presenter. Maybe you don't know. Me share the way I would throw now. No, it doesn't matter. The way I would see Trono, you need a coach, kakrebi. Many when they come out that the way I would kasa. But I think you can be a very good morning show presenter. Get closer. I'll train you, and maybe you can become more than the attitude. Maybe you can become more than the adverful. You know, just come. Let's have a conversation, and I'll groom you, train you proper to become a huge morning show presenter. You get it? I don't know you, but I love you.
Well, so that was how Captain Smart remarked on the rescheduled interview and the fact that he thinks Bongo Ideas can be a morning show host because of how bold he sounds with his tweets and his messages. And I'm asking some of the empowering Bongo. Kwesi, you're on the screen, so take it up and let's go. Yeah, Shannon said, yes, Shannon could to pass on course now, saying it advisedly.
Yes, thanks for your.
Like you do always. Greetings to all the viewers who are watching us right now. To begin with, yes, this is Bongo Ideas versus Captain Smart. Bongo Ideas, in as much as so many things that he writes, we don't agree with him, and then sometimes he go overboard. We cannot take the facts that sometimes, I mean, I can say, oh, once a while, some of the, I mean, the tweets or the statements or comments on some issues, I think are valid, and then sometimes if you look critically into it, it makes sense. Yes, the recent one I can speak on is the hospital issue like this. He's made a comment on it, and it is a fact. Whatever he wrote there is a fact. But okay, I think I will have to read it. He made, I mean, his point without offending anybody.
Okay.
Let me check if I will.
No, if it is fine.
Yeah. He made a comment, I mean, regarding the issue without offending anybody, without attacking anybody.
Okay.
That is something that I think that he should improve on.
Okay.
When there is an issue that you think you are not okay with it, or you have you want to criticize it, you do it accordingly. You don't attack personalities. You don't attack individuals in it. Just like I said that hospital issue came. He's made a comment on it without attacking anybody. Now, I mean, with what Captain Smart said, first of all, let me move on to his side of the story.
Okay.
Captain Smart is saying that he thinks, first of all, he doesn't know Bongo Ideas, and then
I have an issue with it.
That he doesn't know Bongo Ideas.
Because you are going to host him and you are claiming you don't
know him. Well, Brass, I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't know him.
Oh, no, wait. Is it Captain Smart program? Yes. It is not a Sammy Flex TV, what's that my segment called?
Sammy Flex
Real Talk.
Okay, Real Talk.
Real Talk.
Okay.
Where currency can bring a talent that I can have a conversation with a talent without knowing much about the talent.
Okay.
Captain Smart platform, it's a national kind of platform where we look at current affairs. So if you're going to bring someone on and you say you don't know him but you are going on, and the person does not have any remarkable something that he's done, So, for instance, Captain Smart might not know you, but you are in the news for creating a motorbike to ease transportation in Ghana. You can come on that platform without him knowing you, but because you have created a motorbike, you are worth to be on the platform.
Brother, man, you see, the reason why I'm saying let's just give Captain the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't know Bongo Ideas is based on what he said himself, even indicates that he has known him for a while. He follows him. I mean, whatever he's been writing, but just giving him the benefit of the doubt.
No, he said that one that someone sent it to him.
No, he said someone sent it to him. Now, in the conversation that Captain, or in whatever Captain said, Captain said, looking at how Bongo Ideas writes, meaning he's not basing on just one tweet. Because you cannot base on one tweet and then say that based on how he writes, you think he will be a very good morning show host or a presenter. This indicates that you followed several of his tweets or several of his write-ups. That is where you can base your fact that based on how he writes, he can be a morning show presenter. You cannot only base it on the tweet that the person sent to you, that based on this particular tweet, the person will be a good morning show presenter.
Yeah.
So it even indicates that Captain has seen several of his tweets or has followed him for, a while and knows what Bongo Ideas writes and then what he's capable of doing. You understand? But in this case, he is saying that he doesn't know him. This is the first time he is hearing the name. So that's why I'm saying that let's just give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't know him. But his comments that he made indicate that he knows Bongo Ideas for a while. Now, to say that based on the write-up, he would want to coach him to be a very good morning show presenter, I think it should be a worry to us. Bongo Ideas, in as much as I commended him for some write-ups that he might not offend an individual or some persons, but then attacking the issue itself, most of the times, he goes overboard, which so many people have spoken to him and trying to correct him or trying to make him know that sometimes you go overboard, you step on toes, you break bridges, you can put out whatever you think is your opinion without harming anybody, without offending anybody. If this person is someone that we are going to encourage or coach for him to be a very good presenter, it sounds or it sends some sort of message to people who would want to emulate Bongo Ideas. That Bongo Ideas has been able to do it to a point where Captain Smart thinks this particular person will be a good presenter. Now, that is the trend. So let me also start emulating. At a certain point in time, someone somewhere watching me will be like, you are very good, and then I think you are bold. You can. When Chino Jonas started, we were in this country where
that guy, he went to Zaman's office. He's a crime officer at the Accra Regional Police, and he mentioned it. That guy,
Can you sort, Papa?
He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He just say them raw like that. You see, when he started, so many people were emulating. To a point where I think there is this guy who also traveled outside, started imitating. Yes, Young Don. He's also imitating.
Where is he now?
Chino Jonas.
He's there.
He's still doing that.
He has rebranded and he's now throwing from a different angle.
So you see, this is how it goes. When things of this sort starts, and then even when nobody has, commended you or nobody has given you the green light or giving you the energy to continue, some people behind start imitating and try to emulate you. But in this case, Captain is trying to say that regardless, it is good that he will coach Bongo Ideas to be a better person in presenting a morning show, but it should
because of how he's able to boldly attack people.
I don't support him.
That's what he
can coach him, but it shouldn't be based on some like because he can write certain things, because he is free to, he's so freely or openly to put out certain comment or attack people, I mean, thinking that he can be a very good presenter, that would be wrong.
Okay, Ro, take over. Let me listen to. Let's try to summarize our.
That's I mean, 50-50. You see, it can mean good, it can mean bad. His statement of he doesn't know Bongo ideas and all those things. I also my dream because I'm just asking myself, okay, with what knowledge are you going to interview him as a presenter or as a host? Are you now going to profile him? And what is the end game? I mean, what are you looking for with that particular interview? And even the producers that put him on the show, what communication did they even give the presenter?
As in Captain Smart.
As in Captain Smart, of which when the guy goes on air, it is going to make meaningful conversation. Like it is going to bring out some form of meaningful conversation, because whatever you're doing, it is not just about you telling the general public of current affairs, no, or whatever is happening, but it is also to bring out some form of education, even with the interactions that we have on air. So if you don't know the person that much, and in fact, as a presenter, you don't even have enough research, or you are not even up to date with the things that is about the person, then that is disastrous, especially considering the caliber of show that he hosts. I mean, when I heard that particular statement, I was a little. It entered me a bit to know that a presenter of his caliber is saying he doesn't know a sensation like that, yet he feels cool to interview the guy. Now, with his proposal of the fact that the guy is bold and he is able to say his mind, therefore he would want to coach him because he feels he can be a better presenter. Well, I won't begrudge Captain Smart. You know, elsewhere or even in the society, there are certain people that I always tell people, everything that somebody uses to harm somebody is a tool, of which another person can get the same tool and use it for good. It depends on the orientation the person had from the onset, which is why some time ago when you were preaching that social media being inculcated in the school curriculum, I agreed, because if we don't orient them from that time, when they grow or when they get to a certain stage and they get accustomed to a certain way of using social media as a tool, it will be very difficult for you to turn them from that side even to a good side. That is if they get stuck in the bad side. So you see young girls who just go on social media and all they see is, okay, girls shaking their backside and they getting numbers. Of course, the first thing that will come to their mind is, when I also get social media, that is what I am supposed to do. But so in this case of Bongo Ideas, if Captain Smart feels like, okay, we know this guy has this sense of direction, is there a way we can reform him and use that intelligence, not to kill him completely, but to reform that intelligence into a different direction? That is what I am also looking at, which is what I would want to say, okay, 50-50. It is either you giving him the chance is going to empower him to, quote unquote, harm people the more, or it will be beneficial to society.
Okay.
Somewhere in America, sometimes if somebody they catch a hardened criminal where they think that actually these people will be very hard to reform, they recruit you. They recruit some of them into their services to help them grow the country in different departments. Sometimes IT, especially what I know is sometimes these hackers, these top hackers that are very difficult for you, the moment they grab some of these people, they give them some form of incentives to motivate them to change their direction. If it is in that sense, fine, I would agree with him that, okay, he gives him that empowerment. But because the outcome is not so clear, and even Captain Smart's intention of even going to like empower the guy in that manner, even is not clear. His intention is still not clear. Captain Smart saying, oh, because he can be a good radio TV presenter, it's not a final intention, like a good intention for me. It is not enough, I mean. it should go beyond you seeing that, oh, he can be a good presenter. What if he is good, but he becomes good or better, but you use it in a different light? Then you are causing harm to society. So I would want him to make his real intentions clear. Else, this thing there, I am just seeing a 50-50 that can go sideways. He can either affect him positively and turn him to a good direction, of which is going to be more beneficial to society, or he will just empower him with this first opportunity, and that will be all. And the next thing we will see is something that probably any of us cannot contain in this country.
I see. Chemo, continue from there. Yeah.
As for containment, we can contain him. We know what can happen.
The law is so strong.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for me, I think what Captain Smart said, I think it's a trap. It's a trap for Bongo Ideas. Captain Smart saying that I don't know Bongo Ideas or I don't know much about him means that he didn't know that he has insulted him. That's what he's trying to say. He knows him that he's been writing something online and people are not happy with him. He has general knowledge about the guy, but not that deep. Then he realized that, hey, me crying, he has given it to me. Then maybe I don't really know him like that. I think that's what he's trying to say. And then the invitation to coach him and all that is two things. One, I feel it's a trap, and again, it's also a way to mold him to go like the way he's been doing to others. Yes, he now needs more like a backup soldier or something. I don't know the word to use. Like yes, backup kind of person. So if he's firing from one angle, Bongo Idea will be cleaning his back for him. That kind of thing. That's what I see. Because looking at what he wrote about Captain Smart, he can't base on that and say the guy is good. Yeah. The guy just insulted you. He didn't say anything objective there. Like, yes, he had his angle of saying that Captain Smart is unprofessional. He should learn from Bernard Avle. But he didn't end there. He called you as a noise maker.
Yes.
So what is bold about him calling you a noise maker?
The audacity.
Yeah, he's just insulting you. He could have said, yes, maybe some action is not professional, you are not professional enough, learn from the professionals. By saying that you are a noise maker is an insult. It shouldn't be part of criticism. If you want to criticize somebody like Captain Smart, yes, some of your actions are unprofessional, you should learn from the best. That one, yes, we can say it's a harsh criticism, but it's fair if that's how somebody is seeing your actions. But to say that noise makers like Captain Smart shouldn't be on TV or something, like he just insulted you, and you are saying that he's bold and you want to coach him. And
because he insulted you, you think he's fit to be a morning show host? Yes,
because he can mold him to insult on his behalf. So that's how I take it.
Models of morning show hosts are people who insult.
Not at all. According to Captain Smart. Yes, it's because of
that is even how the trend is going.
No, for me, I think Captain Smart is the number one guy when it comes to that kind of thing. Yes, we have some people trying to counter Captain Smart, and in their quest to do that, they are doing the same thing. And we can also mention somebody like Okatachi Kwame Frifa. Yes, he's also doing the same line. It's like, if you give it me to, I will face you with it. So we are having some people going that direction. Yes, and I think Captain Smart may need a backup, and Bongo Ideas maybe will be a good backup for him. That's how I see it. Yes. Me, that's how I see him. I don't see him as saying that you can be a good journalist and I want to coach you. No, he's saying that the way you are writing, I think you can be
the way you are bold.
You can be a morning show. That's why he was so specific. morning show journalists and morning show presenter, and our morning show presenters, they are nothing like Bongo Ideas or even Captain Smart. If we go through them, the kind of people who are doing morning shows in Ghana here, Captain Smart will be an odd one out. Bongo Ideas, same. And now even Okatache Kwame Afrifa. Apart from these three people, I don't know any other morning host who present or do things like the way they do their things. No, I don't see them. Can you classify somebody like Kwame Sefaka in this category? No. Kwame Edinkra from Kumasi? No. All the bigger ones like Bernard Avle, City FM? No. They are not doing it like that. Who else? Like Omahene for Asempa and no, they don't do it like that. So it's only Captain Smart and maybe now Bongo Ideas who thinks that doing it this way is the best. But for me, I also feel the element of trap thing in there. He just wants to say something to get him in the studio, and then you see what will happen. That kind of, like, I have that kind of feeling. Like, you have insulted me, you come here and see,
I'll get
and then see what will happen to you. And that's how I see it. Me, if I'm to advise Bongo Ideas, me, I'll tell him not to honor this invitation. Yeah, I don't
advise him.
Yes, because of the things that he said about the guy. Sitting with him is not. You are even a hypocrite. You are calling the guy his noise maker. He's not fit to be a journalist. Why do you want to go and sit with him and have a conversation about journalism and things happen? Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't sit well with me. And he didn't know until now. Before now, he's giving you an invitation to do it. Me, my first question would be why the first one was cancelled. What really happened? And Captain Smart didn't say that, okay, it wasn't my idea to cancel you. Now I want to give you the chance. It's more like, now I've seen that you have insulted me, I want to give you the chance. It's not a good combination for me. So Bongo Ideas.
But even with that, if Captain Smart still feels that he's going to take his pound of flesh,
yeah,
it still does it not sound like an exercise in futility?
To change him or what?
No. What I mean is, what he's going to do is even going to worsen the situation we are dealing with on the board.
No, for Captain Smart is not. There's nothing wrong here. It's about what he wants. I mean, we have people like that. We are seeing it as Bongo doing something that is harming the society. People like Captain Smart is not seeing it like that. Even if he's seeing him like that, now he wants to take his revenge or whatever, or even and again molding him to do some jobs for him. That's how I see it. After whatever that he may do to him on the show, after that I still think that he will mold him to do some jobs for him. That's how I see it. That's why I'm saying that Captain Smart, he has an agenda, and he thinks that he can use Bongo Ideas to achieve it. In either way, it will not be good for both Ghanaians personally. But as for Ghanaians, those who are not feeling good about what Bongo Ideas is doing there, Captain Smart,
he doesn't care.
No, not at all. From what he's saying, no. That's not his thing, cry. After seeing one for him and even for Rebecca and Akufo-Addo, he says, I want to coach this guy to. He is not seeing the way we are seeing things.
Well, thank you. Let's go to Nigeria and come. One of my ardent followers on this platform, Senti Africa, sent me a long note, a note that I would want to discuss with you guys to get your opinions on it as well. And Richie can give me that note as I read, and I'll get your opinions on this quickly before we move. It says, "Good day, Mr. Sammy Flex. I would like to call your attention to something important. In the just concluded All African Games, no Nigerian artist was billed for performance during the opening and closing ceremony. This is also confirmed by Olele Salvador on his Twitter now X page. However, do you see any Nigerian and Nigerian bloggers or news stations making a big deal of it? You will never see that. However, if it is the other way around, assuming that the game was hosted by Nigeria and the authority ignores all Ghanaian artists, that would have been a major topic of discussion in your news media. The truth is, Nigeria don't expend energy on unnecessary things like this. Please bear in mind that Odumodu Black's performance was just Stone Boy putting him on during his own performance, not that he was billed by the organizer to perform. Do you think this is a good move by the organizer not to bill any Nigerian artist to perform in such an event? Can we say there is an agenda against the Nigerian artists in your country, spearheaded by your government through the Play Ghana initiative? Please advise. Thank you. Wow. Well written, delivered, and straight to the point. And I believe I don't need to belabor this point. Just ended all African games. No Nigerian artist was built. We went for Congo, Senegal, and some South African artists here and there. Odumodu Black, not one of my favorite artists in terms of talent delivery though, but of course I love the hype around him. Everywhere you hear Odumodu Black, it's like something big is happening. And I'm really enjoying that about him. But in terms of talent today, I'm still monitoring him to get my blue tick for him yet. Stoneboy had him on his set. And my man is saying, no, it's not as if we can say Nigeria was not present. I hear he and Stoneboy, they're on the same label, so he invited him to come and part. They have a single, they want to promote it through that performance. And the gentleman brought this piece. After analyzing it, I said to myself, well, come on, like we surely talk about it. Like all African games, you call Congo, you call Mali, you call South Africa, you didn't call Ghana. Like them dead. Now the man is saying, yes, you guys also did it. You didn't call us. What happened? Is this a fair point to make? And I said, let me bring it up for discussion. Bro, now event more.
I partly agree with him about 80% and 20% I don't agree with some of the statements. So the ones that I don't agree with him is the one that he said where if it were to be them and they had ignored Ghanaian artists, we would have cried. That one, I want to correct him and say it is not an intentional, like it is not about you ignoring a certain country. It is about one, availability, and two, affordability. These are the two main things with regards to who is being called and why. I mean, the organizers know in terms of Africa, some of the top artists, the creme de la creme of African music, some of them is in Nigeria. Of which, if we want a very good representation, it will not be out of order for you to bill a Ghanaian artist and also a Nigerian. In fact, if we are even to rank, I would not be surprised the Nigerian will come first even before the Ghanaian in terms of that ranking. So it is not an intentional thing to ignore them, unless he wants to say that they intentionally ignore Ghana in instances like that. But in this instance, it is not an intention to say that let's take them out because of our Play Ghana. No.
So how come in Africa, if you are talking music, Nigeria will be number one? Like,
of course,
let's be honest.
Sure.
And we did music thing in the name of Africa, and no Nigerian artist was considered.
It's about availability and affordability. These are the two main things.
You think Ghana, the organizers couldn't afford any Nigeria artist?
It depends on what. No, wait. You see,
You are taking availability out.
It is because of
Jemu. No, you can't say all Nigerian artists
no, wait.
Available.
It is because of
all Nigerian musicians.
What they want, and if that person is available or they can afford. They have a certain rank of artists that they want, not just any artist. They want a certain rank of artists. Why did they pick Stonebwoy, Rihanna, Kim Promise, and Shatawale? Ebo White, Ebo Taylor, and Pat Thomas, and not any other artist? It is because they want a certain caliber of artists, and those caliber of artists, you don't get them cheap. Yes, they may all be of the same ranking, but still their rates are different. Their demands are still different. So it could be possible that probably they invited certain Nigerian artists, but they couldn't meet their demands. And to them, probably they feel like, okay, if a Nigerian artist is demanding a private jet and I can't afford a private jet, why don't I pay for the performance fee of the national who is in the country that will not pick a flight? And let me avoid that private jet conversation from their checklist. It is good business. At the end of the day, business also comes to play. So it is not just about completely like coming out to say, oh, it is intentional, let's take them out because we want to play Ghana. Then if indeed that was the main agenda, then the Cameroonian, the Gabonese, and the South Africans, all that came to perform, you would have ignored them all. If indeed the play Ghana was the main motive, the primary motive of ignoring the Nigerian artists, then none of the African nationals would have also represented. Then it would have been a Ghanaian representation throughout. For the other side that he's saying, if it were to be us, we would have cried. That one is true. That one is true. You see me, see, even when I saw Olele Salvador making posts and why the Stonebwoy feature Odumodu Black on his set, then like we should keep this one down so that in the near future, if Stonebwoy or another Ghanaian artist comes to say the Nigerian did not give him that opportunity, then we use this as reference. And I was like, why are we like that? I mean, we don't have a problem with a Cameroonian, a Gabonese, a South African having full-fledged performances, full-time performance, full set. We don't have a problem with it. But we have a problem with just a single Nigerian coming to do pass-through, of which his performance will not even last up to 5 minutes. We have a problem with that. What kind of people are we? What kind of people are we? And tomorrow, if they decide to replicate, in fact, if they would want to replicate this particular gesture, we will be the people to suffer the more. That we should. I won't miss words. We will be the people to suffer the more. If they want to go toe for toe with the way sometimes we want to play some of these cards. I believe even if we have these things in there, it should just be in our head. Some of these conversations don't need to come out. Unless maybe you have a certain business or you have something doing that you think, okay, this one in front of you, they are mafiaing you. Then you can have that conversation. But you don't have a problem with Cameroonians having full-fledged performance. When 10 million Ghanaians went to meet the person at the airport, you don't have a problem with it. But you have a problem. 10 million Ghanaians went to
10 million from where?
10 million from where?
Only Accra.
But 10 million people went there.
10 million
from where?
I saw them.
10 million Ghanaians. You don't have a problem with 10 million Ghanaians going to meet another national at the airport. But you have a problem with a single Nigerian doing a passing through, of which will not even be up to 5 minutes. Me, I agree with him that we should start ahoya and self-entitlement. We should take it off our DNA and our system. But for him to also say that it is make it look like it is intentional, the organizers ignore the Nigerian artists because of the Play Ghana thing. That one is a no. It's not because of that. It is simply business with the fact that if the artists are available, they book them. If they can afford them, they book them. That's it. It has nothing to do with Play Ghana.
Okay, Kwesi, I'm going to take over. Let me listen to you. The letter from my good friend who is a Nigerian talking about how Ghanaians ignored Nigerian musicians in the just ended All African Games opening and closing performances.
Brother, Roland has said everything.
Good.
Yes, he has said everything. And what I would say in addition is, I agree with whatever the gentleman said.
Oh,
that
I see.
If it was to be Ghana, we would have been crying out loud on social
decline
media,
blood
everywhere.
Nowadays.
Like, yo, why no Ghanaian? What? I think was it the Afrochella?
Afro Nation.
Afro Nation.
Afro Nation Portugal. Yamfa Ghana ni Antoso. Hey!
We did it here.
Now King Promise is on Detroit.
Everywhere was blazing. So if it was to be the other way around, that one truth must be told, we would have spoken about it. But he has also spoken about it, so it means Nigerians are talking about it. You understand? So I strongly agree with whatever he said, and unless the part that he said it being intentional to sideline Nigerians out, just as Roland said, I don't think that is the case, that we are sidelining Nigeria out. But it will, since it is business wise, it will still be based on the availability and then the affordability, just as I said, Roland said. The availability, the affordability, the criteria or the artists that they want, the criteria of artists that they want to perform, were they available, were they affordable, all these things come to play. It wouldn't just be any artist that they want, to bill to come and perform. But all these things will be factors. So personally, I don't think it was something intentional for that Ghana, because of the Play Ghana thing, we would want to sideline Nigeria out, because there were other national that passed through that came to perform. So
Exactly.
on that particular angle, I don't think it was an intentional thing. But aside that, I agree with him for everything that he said, that if he was to be Ghana, like by now, by now.
Matrimi.
I do two watches. I do two watches, two Jaffa.
5 episodes. All in the name of, why wasn't any Ghanaian artist represented on the African Games? So that one is true. I strongly agree with him. But then maybe there will be some form of communication, since this has started. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be that some of the artists may speak up after this show or after whatever the gentleman has written. They may speak up. Until then, we can't solely agree with him that Ghana intended to sideline Nigeria out. But then, just as we said, the availability and affordability may be factors. That's all I can say about it.
All right, let's listen to Chabo finally on this particular topic, so we can move on to the next business. Yes.
Well, my concern is he is also complaining about the same thing that he thinks is right. Is wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not complaining. He's drawing your attention.
It's the same.
He's complaining, boss.
It's the same form of complaining. It's the same thing. It's like he's also complaining in the same way some Ghanaians would do. And yes, I'm against it. And so if he is doing the same thing like some people would have done, I agree that yes, we have some Ghanaians who will complain about anything, everything. In fact, they will find a way to bring a conspiracy to whatever that they want to bring it. Kelvin is number one on the list. And then now followed by Olele Sabado. I don't know why he's also in that tangent now. It looks like he's always trying to find a way to complain about Ghanaians not getting opportunity or whatever. And even this one, that there were a lot of Ghanaians and one Nigerians coming in as a result of having a feature with a Ghanaian. He still had something to complain about. So for this guy, there's nothing that will. And the same way that our brother here also complaining, why I'm saying even is a complaint is when he also brought the fact that maybe it is intentional. At that point, he's complaining that you have intentionally sidelined our people. So I'm drawing your attention when we also do it to you. Don't complain or don't talk. No, people will talk. If you do that, some people will talk. Like the way now you are talking for some Nigerians, I think some people will disagree with you anyway. But the point is, if we have to go into it, one, the affordability will be a huge factor. the kind of artists that the LOC people may want to perform on that platform, most of them live outside Nigeria. They are in America. If you need them, one private jet should be in the conversation, and again the performance fee. So we are talking about affordability here. They will be expensive to get them, and again they may also be engaged in other events or activities that they may not want to sacrifice that for all African games. So if you don't have some of these facts or factors to consider, then you don't need to complain. It's about business here. Maybe they contacted some top Nigerian musicians and they couldn't afford them, so they will not bring them on board. And again, some of them, because of the availability, as Roland and Kosiama are saying, yes, they will not also contact them. And we have heard most of them now will ask for private jets if you want to engage them.
Yeah.
Yes, and having a private jet, even that one alone, can be the performance fee for some equally good people who are available,
who can execute the job.
Yes. So it's pure business here. It's not about that. But I agree with him. We have some people in Ghana here who complains about everything, and they are not going to stop. So he should be aware. Those people, just that we will always disagree with them for going that direction, but they will do it anyway. And so if there are some Nigerians who wants to also join them and do same, yes, we will talk about it, but we should always have it in mind that it's business first. And the LOC people, they were doing business. They don't care about your propaganda or who should have the platform and all that, because if you go in that manner, then we will also have issue with even the people who were selected. People will say we had better performers than the people that we selected.
Why didn't we choose anybody from the 16 regions?
Like there are so many things that you can say just because you want to complain. And we have some Ghanaians who will use any reason to complain. The same way that we may also have Nigerians like that. And the way he is drawing our attention to it, he may be one of them. Just for saying that it may be intentional that they are ignoring them. Like if he took that thing out and said that, you see, no Nigerians here, and we are not complaining as you always do, then I would have gone with him 100%. But for him to chip in the fact that it is intentional because of Play Ghana thing, then he is complaining the same way that we have some Ghanaians who will complain about anything at all. Yes, and it's not good for business and the kind of environment that we want to have. Create. Yes.
Well, Aliyu Ibrahim says, first time of seeing objective discussions on Sammy Flex TV. Kudos. Nigerians are not actually complaining, but just drawing Ghanaian attention to what happened, and yet we are cool. Meanwhile, Bashir Farouk says, good evening. This is the best entertainment show in Ghana. Thank you so much. Let's move on to another equally important issue. It's about Funny Face, one of Ghana's favorite comedians, and he is also an entertainer for children especially. He's been doing some children's shows in Ghana. Huge shows, to say the least. For some time, we have been following stories about him, his family, his baby mama, and children in the media space. And latest is the fact that on what was that? It was on Monday or Sunday, one of the days. It was Sunday, eh? Okay, Sunday evening, when he was driving, and unfortunately his car knocked down some 4 people on Kaswa Street. Unfortunately, most of them got hurt. They have been admitted at the hospital. There were even earlier rumors that some of them died, but thankfully research or information has also come to debunk such allegations that some of them died. And one thing that we have to talk about is the fact that as it stands, there are some people who think
though he's been remanded, I hear he's been remanded for 2 weeks to appear in court. The people who have been injured, that one there, whether you like it or not, you are going to take care of them. And some people think they could do some 1 or 2 organizations so they can get money to help him take care of the injured persons. But I hear management is having issues with such people and their demands or requests. And I want us to watch a video of another comedian, his name is DKB, complaining about this, how he made moves and how his moves were rejected by the manager of Funny Face, who has been preventing some of these things from happening. Let's watch this video, and when I come back, we will discuss it.
Yep, update on my brother Funny Face's issue. Update on my brother Funny Face's issue. We're all aware he's been remanded for 2 weeks. So when it was announced, I decided that okay, this is the right time to raise funds for him and get him the financial support, because people are on me. They want to donate, they want to help, they need details, bank details, Momo, whatever. So I was like, I can't give his details out like that. I need to inform his people. So I spoke to his lawyer, and the lawyer said it's a fantastic idea because this is the time money is needed to take care of the victims, because the victims need urgent health care. And I was saying the same thing. So he told me, but I should speak to the manager, Funny Face's manager, before any decision is taken. So sadly, the manager of Funny Face is also my good friend, Genesis of D2, but I didn't have his number. So I pleaded with a lawyer to send me Genesis' number, and he did. So I called Genesis, and the manager said, well, this is not the right time for fundraiser and all of that. They don't technically need it now, but at the right time, he will let me know, send me the details, and I'll put it out there for you to do. So those of you who want to donate to support Funny Face, please don't chop the money now, okay? When the information is given out, then you'll be able to donate to support him. But in the meantime, he needs prayers. So please, let's all remember him in our prayers, all right? Pray for the Swagger Papa. My God.
All right, so that was how Funny Face narrated what was happening, and I'm sure, DKB narrated what was happening, and I'm sure, Ro, you can start with this for me. What do you make out of what is happening?
Well, I want to say it's unfortunate, for want of a better word. I would say it's unfortunate that DKB would want to offer help, and the team says at the moment they don't need the help. Well, it happens. Me, per experience, when this whole thing started and I saw DKB's move, I had a feeling this is how it was going to end up. Actually, I had a feeling this was how, because the night Funny Face was arrested after that accident, DKB drove to the place, of which every situation, he was even the one that even brought the first information of the fact that none of the victims had died. So, and it was out of the fact that he went to the police station that same night, stayed there till about 2 a.m., drove to the hospitals of which these victims were admitted to confirm their status and situation, even in the morning around 4 a.m. when he made another video of the situational report, where it went viral that none of them had passed on as at that time. Then the following day, he went back to the police station again to see what the situation is, because even before he made the first move, he made an announcement that this is his brother and he wants to sympathize with him and also help him out, not see this as somebody who is reckless, but somebody who needs help, which is the intention of which he made. Yes, he made those moves. Now, fast forward, according to his narration, he said he started getting comments and DMs and messages of people who also wanted to offer help, some monetary, to help the victims. So when he started getting those messages and calls, he decided, okay, why don't I reach out to the people who are actually involved? So he reached out to the lawyer because he had contact with the lawyer. Then the lawyer referred him to the manager and said, okay, I think it's a good idea, because if we want to do this, perhaps Funny Face may not need the money, but as it stands, money is needed even to cater for the victims that were affected. So why don't you contact the manager, liaise with him, and if possible, you guys can do this on behalf of Funny Face, because he said that he didn't want to put Funny Face information, any of his information out in that manner without him knowing or the team knowing, which is why he went that tangent. But then the team says they don't need it. So I think his intention of bringing this out is not probably to damage them and say, okay, they are too known, or they don't want anybody's help, even when everybody is seeing they need help. No, but his intention is for people to know that, okay, he did his best, and it is not as if he just went there to be part of the conversation. Because that's what so many people would think. Okay, Asama also the one gym, and because the first day you gave a report, the following day you gave another report. When he went to court, you were also there. So what is really your interest in there? You understand? If you want to sympathize with him, you can be in your house and sympathize with him. But why do you follow the case through every process? Then he wants people to know with this message that, okay, this is my intention, this is even the move and how far I went, and this is the response I gave. So if there's anything you would also want to do, me, in my state, in my situation, with even my connection with the person, this is the response I got. So if you are far away and you want to do it, maybe you can try a different approach. That is if you are smart and you are able to read between the lines of the things that he's saying. But then I would entreat Team Funny Face or his management that they should, yes, they may not probably want an open invitation of help like that. But if there is a way that they can open up, because as it stands, it is clear that things are going overboard in their hands. And if they would open up for external help, and that is going to save situations, it is better they do it immediately. And it is not because maybe they want people see him as a charity case. No. You may not be a charity case, but you will still need help one way or the other. It doesn't make you less of a human being. But people would want to offer him help. That will save the situation, because should Funny Face be affected today, it will still come back to the industry. Nobody will have peace again. Somebody, when Kelvin Boy released the video of his song not long ago, the moment he posted the link on X, somebody came to write, hey, right now the trends is busy with Bongo Ideas and Funny Face, so please wait. You can just imagine the disruption in people's promotion and stuff that they would want to put energy on. So yes, some of these things are things that I believe the team can open up and receive some of these helps, so we can all have some level of peace of mind here.
Well, Kwesi, take over. What do you also think about? Do you also live in Kaswa?
No, I don't live in Kaswa.
Vanishing penises.
There is evidence. Ghana police. Ghana police.
There's a threat.
There's a threat.
They don't deal with spirituality.
You.
Well, Kwesi,
it's unfortunate. I mean, what has befallen our brother Funny Face, we don't wish that for any individual on this planet Earth. But I mean, it has happened, and then as it has happened, we need to find ways and means that we can help or manage situations. And I think one of the means that we can use to manage situations is what DKB tried to use. To liaise with the manager, and if there is a means or some form that people may donate or people may help for them to cater for the affected individuals. Well, according to DKB, the manager has refused. I would have said that okay, maybe they have enough funds that they can do all these things themselves. If Funny Face had not come out, recently, not long ago, to make us know that things are difficult for him. Not long ago, Funny Face came out and then he made us all know that things are really difficult. Things aren't the same as it used to be for him.
Fact.
Which even Asamajan donated some amount to him. and I think maybe 1 or 2 people also did the same. So things are not the same for Funny Face. And then in this situation, we shouldn't be waiting for, the final verdict on Funny Face court issue before we start making, some moves to curtail, situations in the hospital. Brass, as we speak, whilst day comes and then night, these people or these individuals at the hospital need attention, they need help, they need financial assistance. I'm sure definitely the doctors that are working on these individuals are seeking for money day in, day out to do certain operations on them. All these things involves money. And just as I said, right now we can't be, saying that, yo, Funny Face, everything on you. In as much that he's the one who is supposed to take care of all these things, right now he's also behind bars. We cannot be dragging him to go to the bank, go withdraw money, come, blah, blah, blah. It is the duty of the manager right now and then people around Funny Face. So I think it wasn't a bad idea for DKB to, liaise with the manager, since according to DKB, people are DMing him, people are reaching out to him that they want a mean that, they can also send something or they can also support through. But I just don't understand, and I don't know why the manager is refusing us at this point. Maybe he has his own reasons.
Could it be that maybe manager is also scared that some people use them to go chase money for their own interests?
I think, it is true. It is something that definitely it will come to his mind. But that is why you guys are liaising to make, if it is one account that you people are putting out, it wouldn't be that, you can send it to my manager, you can send it to A, you can send it to B, sending it through different lines. But then when the two of you come together, or when the team around Funny Face come together to know that this is the account number, this is the phone number that we are using to put things we are using so you can donate through, it will be official, and I'm very much sure most of our celebrities will repost them, and then it will create an awareness and people will get to know the authentic number or the authentic account number that all fans are supposed to be channeled through. Though the manager will be like, things will be like, Funny Face and the manager, they are begging Ghanaians to come to their aid. Listen, some situations call for these things. If you don't have the strength, sometimes you just ignore. When some brothers, these are 5 people, not 1, not 2, not 3, 5 people.
Oh, there were 4 or 5.
According to the report, there were 5.
Some say 4, some say 3.
4.
I said there was a woman had a baby, a child.
Yeah, 2 children.
Yes, and the motorbike.
But the brothers, just even let's assume they were 3 or 4. Definitely operations will come through, because looking at how reports came that the injuries. So sometimes to some limits, just let's put it down that Ghanaians will be like, yes, we are begging. This is what this is what they need at this particular point in time to solve situations. You can't just wait that it might be late at the time that you think this is the right time. So I think the manager, should kindly listen to DKB, liaise with him, if possible, put out an account number. It wouldn't be something compulsory. It is people who are willing to do it, who will do it through that same account number. So it wouldn't be compulsory that everybody is supposed to donate. Yes, if the account is out and I feel like donating, I do. If I don't feel like donating, I go my way. That is how it's going to be. So please, the manager should, listen to DKB. We just beg him. He should just do this, because, and just beg him to give him money. No, not to give you money. To
beg him to receive help.
Just as I said, if Funny Face hadn't come out recently,
I said tidy this too boy.
Me, I can make us say, Funny Face account is, fat enough to take care of all these things. But for us to, for him to make us know that things aren't the same, and then things are difficult for him. That obey him. So please, the manager should, find ways
to
and
ease things up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
beg them
Chamo,
to receive
come
help.
through.
Yeah, well,
Chamo, come through.
there's a word that I struggle to pronounce.
We will help you.
Virtue is mean like you are good. You have the virtue, like virtue. And then we have something signal. So signal means you are signaling people to look at you. So if you combine that two words, I find it difficult to pronounce. So
Virtue signal.
yes, something. Yes,
Virtue
something
signal.
Like yes. In Ashanti language, we call it ensheshenimu. Obi oye ensheshenimu.
I know you're right.
Obi a ọmọ yẹn sẹ asẹ ọyẹ bibi papa nti mo hwẹ sẹ ẹnu bi na DKB aye. And I think I want to advise him.
You want to advise DKB?
Yes. What he did, he may have the good intention, but the damaging that he's causing is more than his good intention, or when that the intention of him trying to help his brother. I get it, but this is not a good way to go about it. Why am I saying that? You see the way Kwesiama is saying that he's begging the manager to do something like be ready to receive donation and all that. I mean, many people will not beg him. In fact, me Krano, Oka said to beg him to give him money. You know, I was like, come on.
No, not to give him money.
Pa money fanu enko like onko denim. Man take it I have me can say like pa money enko denim. Like that's how I will go about it. You see, that's how me make why I'm saying that DKB is doing damaging is that we didn't need to know what happened between him and then the manager, because it's not a good information. It will not make the manager look good. So you don't need to tell us. You can.
Because we have some.
Yes. Because there are some incidents like that, but no one is taking it out there until something happens for them to talk. Then you may have to explain what really is going on here. So DKB could have taken that stand. Like I tried to get him for us to raise funds. He says no, we don't need it now. Okay, we don't need that information. DKB can come out and say that okay. Let's hold on. If there's in the need for us to contribute or something, we will give you further information or something. You don't need to tell us that the manager is rejecting for us to help Funny Face. That's damaging. In fact, go and see, like read the comment under DKB's video. Some were saying that, well, Mami Fanko Boy aviated, Mami Fanko Boy like, Mami Fanko said, like, it's damaging. You are not making them look good.
In fact, one day when they need genuine help, some of these things can
come out. So, if you really want to help them, don't come out giving this information. You want to do good. The guy is telling you, and I make I say, Minya enka sa manager me can sim bia chere no pa, but the I mean now I'm trying to like manage it. Yes, because for you to say that if there's a need for us to do this, we will tell you, hey, sika obejin so no ya what time I did like what. So but the thing is, I'm getting that information from Funny Face DKB, not from the manager.
Yeah.
You see the problem here. So DKB is telling me that this is the behavior of the manager, and maybe we can extend it to Funny Face. You see, so it's a damaging information that you are giving out. Yes, you want to help the guy. This is what happened. So come out and say that those who are calling me, you just hold on. If there's a need for that, I will report, or I will give you an update. But for you to say that the manager is rejecting you, rejecting people helping, it's damaging to them. That's why I'm saying that he's doing that virtue signaling kind of thing. It's like I'm the good guy here. I'm trying to help, but they don't want me to help. That's the meaning of the message that he gave out. I think he may have good intention, but the way he's going about it, he should be careful not to. Instead of you helping, you rather making the case worse. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Okay, let's use the next 10 minutes to do this, and we can run away from here for other things to be done as well. After Kelvin Boy's interview on Accra FM, a portion of the interview where he talked about music identity, a statement made by Michael Krekumante some years ago on Hits FM, it's making me cringe. And it's making me cringe because I feel like, okay, did he handle it well, or someone would watch it and think he sounded disrespectful to the people in there? Like I've been thinking, I said, well, don't think alone. Give them job to do as well. Let them also think, and that is what I want us to do. Let's all think. Let's listen to how that conversation was had in the studio, the reference to Okrakumante, the reaction, and all those things. Well, for someone who might not know who Okrakumante is, Okrakumante is now our Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture, and again he has been a music promoter, music distributor, music executive, as in executive producer. He's been an artist manager, radio station manager, programs director, DJ, in fact everything. He's contributed immensely to our industry, and Kelvin Boy is also an artist who is doing so well in our industry. Now this encounter happened on radio. Let's watch it. When we come back, I share some 3 minutes and we run away from here.
Now, when we mention Kelvin Boy, what comes to mind? What I know. Now, when we mention Kelvin Boy, what comes to mind? What are you known for? Because some years back, I think say beginning muhonano, Deputy Minister Marco Krekumante Eka or Hit FM so say uni identity. You are good, but unim your identity. So now, have you discovered yourself? Do you know who you are and what you are doing? When we mention Kelvin Boy, what comes to the people's mind?
Identity, no. So as it doesn't make sense to me right now as we talk. Yes, and show me who get identity. Identity of what? Trust me, identity says saying. Because
okay, let me read what he said.
Yes.
Michael Krekumante Ekaye said, that's Obusa question said, does he have an identity when it comes to rhythms that he performs? He doesn't. I have heard him on different
Do you know that Ghanaians like talking than even really paying attention to what he's saying? Because if you are going back to really listen to my songs, I have an identity. Tie Yawano de am Ponsan rhythm. Tie Osemia. Tie down flat. It be high life. Casa is easy, so they like to talk. I said this yesterday. Our people, you see, you know, be the DJs, you know, be the presenters, you know, be the bloggers. We all with the support, you know, be the artists. The artists they try. Be our people too. They like to talk.
Which people?
Their people. Apart from me, only DJs, bloggers, no, the people now can be able to say okay, come and tell like this, like they talk.
Okay.
Yes, trust me. Say I don't have an identity. No, my identity cry all can. Whilst my song Down Flat is high life Afrobeat. I don't know Afrobeat and still yes, I'm part of material fashion there.
Okosoka say you sound different on almost every beat.
Yeah,
that was what he said.
Because me a versatile. It's supposed to be a good thing. What your Krekumante do for the music industry? Trust me.
Mamunsel, I think last year you asked a question. I mean, regarding his position, say,
bro. You see the Gen Zs?
Yeah.
They find our way out. No be a crooky maintain idea. Feel like it be first now. If your song be number one for this radio, that means it be no. Right now it be phone. You can't force nobody, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you know if you can't talk, say be you, your opinion be
I get you.
Yeah, no be them.
I get you.
All can. Whilst my song Down Flat is high life Afrobeat. I don't know Afrobeat and still yes I'm power material fashion there.
Okosoka say you sound different on almost every beat. Yeah, that was what he said.
Because me a versatile. It's supposed to be a good thing. Yeah. What your Craig Kumante do for the music industry? Trust me.
Mahunsel, I think last year you asked a question. I mean, regarding his position, say,
bro. You see the Gen Zs?
Yeah.
They find our way out. No be Okroki Mante, no be them.
I get you. Wow.
All right, so we are running away from here, and Chemo will start this one. Chemo,
yeah.
What do you think about Kelvin Boy's responses to the questions?
Yeah, I
speak for 2 minutes.
I think there was no need for him to say certain things. Yeah, if you disagree with someone because of music identity or how they see your music, I think yes, you have every right to also disagree and say that maybe the person is not paying attention as he said, but he was also putting in some words or trying to insult Okekumanti alongside disagreeing with him, and I think there's no need for that. I mean, if you disagree with him, if you think he's not getting you based on how you feel and how you do your things, I mean, it's fair game. You can talk about it, but to say that what has he done in the music industry, come on. Okrekumante, what he has done in the music industry. Is it that you don't know or you just want to use it to insult him?
Yeah.
Like what is it? Come again so that we will know how to.
I also heard those ones.
Come again so we know how to reply you. And I think Nana Romeo also didn't do well when he said something like that. I mean, so Nana Romeo is also trying to tell us that he doesn't know what Okrekumante has done in our entertainment industry, especially music. I mean, you could have drawn his attention and said, hey, as for what he has done there, don't go there. If you disagree with him, just come out with your disagreement. Let's see how you feel. But to go, what has he done? And then Nana Romeo was even now backing him and saying that, yeah, you even said, Oba, minister crying. It's like you are encouraging him to just
to fire more.
To fire. I mean, there was no need for that. And yes, disagreeing with him, why not? Because you are the one doing your music, and it's really frustrating when someone
when you know what you're doing and someone says
someone is or they are trying to describe what you are doing, like you person you are saying that this is what I'm doing, by the person saying no. I know what you're doing more than you. It's frustrating, but we will have that kind of disagreement all the time because we are humans and people think differently based on their beliefs, where they were born, where they even live and all that. So it's nothing new, but the way he was trying to also disrespect or say something in a way for it to look like even who is Okrekumante to criticize me, I think it's not good. He should watch that side. But disagreeing with Okreku there, I mean, it's fair game. Yeah.
I see. Yes, Kwasi, take over. We are closing. 2 minutes.
Chamo always say, I mean, a phrase, we say, I mean, disagreeing with people, like it is something that will never end. You always put it in, or kind of some way, as in to disagree with someone or whatever you do, you don't expect say you will be there, and whatever someone
your good intentions may not be good all the time.
Exactly,
may not be enough.
Exactly to other people. So whatever you do, you should expect people to criticize you, and when people criticize you, you also have every right to, I mean, to banter their criticism, I mean, in the appropriate way, or to channel whatever information you think the person is lacking, or you think you can add up to whatever the person is saying.
Okay.
You have your right to also say it out. But just as me, I always say, you can criticize without insulting, without, I mean, attacking personalities or attacking individuals. I think when you started, I mean, profiling Marco Kreku, if you decided to have gone,
I even left the fact that he was a record label
boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Slip music.
So you see, so for what Makokreku has done as Makokreku for the industry,
he's also been a TV radio presenter.
I think Kelvin Boy was saying that based on the hearsay that when he became the deputy minister, what has he done for the industry? If that is the angle that he wants to go on, he should have, completed whatever he wants to say. But the personality, Mark Okreku Manti, what he has done for the industry, he has done so many things for the industry.
Mark Manti.
So Makokreku Mate as a person has done so many things for the industry, and I think it is one of the the reasons why Kelvin Boy is where he is right now, because all those are supporting factors that has grown our industry to where it is right now. So it is one of the factors why Kelvin Boy is where he is right now. So that you can't discredit Makokreku Mante for. Yes. So and then on Nana Romeo, my brother too, I think he maybe he didn't pay attention to that. But if he had paid attention to what Kelvin Boy was saying, that what has Makokreku done for the industry, he should have helped him out on the spot. That Makokreku has done this, that. Even if he could have not mentioned, or at least give him certain things. ABR, just as what you said right now, Kelvin Boy don't know that he was a TV host. He had a record label. It could be that Kelvin Boy don't know all these things about Makokreku Mante. So I think Nana Romeo was in the best position to.
What did Nana Romeo do that?
Romeo, the upper way you know what? The upper way you know say, I don't have any teacher.
You see, but you see, sometimes the radio and TV, it is something that we use as a channel to educate people. So on that particular point, or you see, people are listening.
We're part of mass distraction.
These young ones, ourselves, so many people might have not had the chance to know Makokreku Mante or know certain things that Makokreku Mante has contributed to the industry. So this is radio. Nana Romeo could have done better by educating not only Kelvin Boy but the listeners as well.
Okay, Ro, take your 2 minutes and let's run around time.
Nana Romeo do it. Only never check Kelvin Boy there by this time. They are part of the way.
Not only Kelvin Boy.
No, you see, Nana Romeo actually orchestrated all this.
All the attacks.
He cooked this. On Nyamane Benye, that is the long and short. He cooked this. Because from where he picked his line of questioning from, it was from a set, because when he made the first move, Kelvin Boy decided to dodge a bit, which is why even from his initial response, he didn't even wanted to mention Makokreku's name. He even wanted to generalize it and say Ghanaians, Ghana for. Ghana for. But then Romeo still wanted him to go. Then he decided, okay, maybe because I paraphrased it, you did not get hit you like that.
What I want to tell.
Exactly. Then he went to quote, and you see the quoting is the quoting hit Kelvin Boy, because as at that time he heard it, and it was during those times that people were laughing at him that he sounded like Westgate. People were trolling him in that manner. So it was during that time. So he really has a scar with that particular statement. But he's not had an opportunity to respond in the way he would like to respond. And again, time has also passed. So yes, besides he has moved on to a certain level that he wouldn't mind forgetting. But at that moment, Romeo brought that memory back. So I feel Kelvin Boy's frustration. In fact, I feel his frustration when you know you are doing something and another person who is not in your shoes would want to describe what you are doing, and unfortunately his narrative is louder than yours. when his narrative is louder than yours, which is why sometimes the likes of Shatawale and others would want to come hard at certain people. Because one share narrative, you may think you are sharing just your opinion, but one share opinion might be the whole, like would come and paint the whole narrative. But meanwhile, it may be false information. And I feel the explanation in the initial stages of him describing even the identity that he has with his songs. Oh, and you say, like you really answered, like you flawed that narration now. Makokwe Kuma say you don't have an identity. You flawed it completely. Any reasonable person that will hear this particular response with what Makokwe Kuma said the other time, like will say, okay, then Mark even was wrong, even as at that time, for saying the guy didn't have an identity, even with his caliber. Because this is somebody that you have rich portfolio in the music space. And for you to have seen Kelvin Boy with all the repertoire that he even had at that moment, to say he didn't have an identity, then you were rather wrong. Because the guy has just described, and we can't say what he described is not in the records that he mentioned. They are in there, evidence no honum. So me, I feel he disrespected Makokweku out of frustration, not out of the fact that he doesn't know who Makokweku is or doesn't know the impact that Makokweku has had. Kelvin Boy's experience in this game, and for how long he's been in this game, if you've been in the game for the number of years that he has been, you definitely know something about Makokweku Mante. You will definitely find yourself in certain quarters that you see, go and see his footprints there. Whether you like his modus operandi or not, it doesn't take away the fact that he's impacted certain people positively. Maybe others he may not have done, the likes of Shatta and maybe certain few people.
Even Shatta bandana. It no be him who is chopping.
He chopping one.
That's the impact. That's the
impact. Say, I'm saying maybe he did
encountered him.
Exactly. Now, maybe one or two people who have had contact with him directly may have a certain problem with him. But it doesn't negate the fact that he's also impacted certain people positively. That one is there, and we can't take it away from him. So yes, Kelvin Boy knows this. He knows this particular thing, but he just wanted to base on the fact that he has had a sore encounter with certain people, and he wanted to base on that to insult him. That's it, and it is coming out of a frustration that I would blame Nana Romeo for igniting it, because Nana Romeo cooked this thing, because from where he went to bring the tweet upon all the questions in the world, you paraphrased it. The guy decided to let go, give a very political answer, and then you came back again because there was something that you wanted. He didn't say it, and you see, when the moment Kelvin Boy hit the nail right on the head of which Nana Romeo wanted, now he got relaxed. Now he didn't stand.
So why are we also not blaming Kelvin Boy for not being emotionally intelligent?
That's an American me. So for whatever repercussion that will come out of that move, I would not blame the person. If Makokweku Mante today decides to insult Kelvin Boy back or pay him back, I will not hold Makokweku Mante to it, because Kelvin Boy could not hold a sanga. That one is there. But the genesis of this particular conversation is Nana Romeo. Nana Romeo ignited that flame, of which Nanga Kelvin Boy then opportunity ben obinya obekwa insult. Why all these years after all be disrespecting Makokweku? It's because somebody led him on and gave him the opportunity to do it. That's why. So the farabai of this particular conversation is Nana Romeo.
This is where we draw down the curtains for today's edition of the live edition of Showbiz Daily. Let me say thanks to Team Dodo Solomon in the middle, Roland Amate at the extreme left, and man like Kwesi Ama, the blogger, at my immediate left, and to the producers, the guitar Rasta is called Currency, who did our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. You can also drop your comments there. Feel free and bring your opinions in there. And remember that if you have not subscribed to us, you have to do so, because here we discuss all the genuine topics in our showbiz space. Again, let me say thanks to you for being with us. Tap send, as well as parimatch.com or parimatch.gh. Make money online. Download the app tap send. Use it to send money. Download the app Parimatch and use it for your betting, aviator, soccer betting, and more. When you make money, remember to momo me small. I'll see you in our next video. When I see you, we're out of here. Bye bye.